Okay, emotional responses like including sadness, anger, happiness linked to their device usage, all these things. Okay, adults should teach children to recognize and be aware of the signs of cyberbullying themselves. Okay, so the children have to be aware of this cyberbullying activities and all, or if they have just a victim of the cyberbullying, then they should disclose it. Okay, so without any hesitation to the competent authority or to the parents or someone else whom they respect. Okay, so it can be a teacher also. All right, that is the thing. So these are the ways of to prevent the cyberbullying. So first thing is be aware of child's online activities and watch for the following signs of the cyberbullying in children. So means if there is an unnatural behavior in the in the online activity, okay, means they are not allowing to see what they are doing online. Okay, so that is a big sign for cyberbullying. So in that case, the necessary steps to be taken in order to prevent the cyberbullying. All right, that is the thing. Now the thing is that next is what? Cyber law. Cyber law, as it is the part of the legal systems that deals with the cyberspace, okay, internet, and with the legal issues. Okay, it covers a broad area like freedom of expressions, access to and utilization of the internet, and online security or online privacy. Generically it is known as the law of the web. All right, in general. All right, and cyber law plays a very important role in this new epoch of technology, means in this new era of technology, you can say, especially the online one. Okay, it is important as it is concerned to almost all aspects of activities and transactions that take place either on the internet or other communication devices. When we are aware of it not, but each action of each reaction in cyberspace has some legal and cyber legal views. All right, that is the thing. So now the cyber law is actually to protect our freedom or our activity in cyber law in the online in the online space. Okay, that is the thing. So if the cyber law has been enforced us to restrict to do some jobs also, that is also there. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, that's why you can say that it is actually playing a very important role. Okay, in the on in our online activity, that is the thing. And it is the part of the legal system also. Okay, there are a lot of provisions in cyber law. Okay, so that can be imposed on if a person is violating if the person is violating the or breaking the norms of the cyberspace. All right, that is the thing. Information technology law concerns the law of information technology, including computing and the internet. That is very very important. All right, clear. It is related to the legal informatics and governs the digital dissemination of both information and software, information security, and the electronic commerce aspect, and it has been described as paper laws for a paperless environment. All right, paper laws, this is very important. Paper laws for a paperless environment. It raises specific issue of intellectual property in computing and online, contract law, privacy, freedom of expression, and jurisdiction also. All right, that is the thing. Now next let us see that what are its consequences. The Information of Technology Act of India 2000, according to the Wikipedia, the Information Technology Act 2000, okay, also known as ITA 2000 or the IT Act, is an act of the Indian Parliament number 21 of 2000. Okay, it was notified on 17th October 2000. It is the most important law in India that deals with the digital crimes or cyber crimes and electronic commerce. It is based on the United Nations Model Law on Electronic Commerce 1996. All right, recommended by the General Assembly of United Nations by a resolution dated 30th January 1997. The regulation of information technology through computing and internet evolved out of the development of the first publicly funded networks such as ARPANET and NSFNet in the United States or JANET in the United Kingdom. All right, that is the thing. Now let us see the other aspects of this one. Okay, so what is exactly some key points of the Information Technology Act 2000 are as follows. Act has given birth to new business to companies to issue digital certificates, legal digital certificates by becoming the certifying authorities. Okay, this act allows the government to issue notices on the internet through e-governance. All right, email is now considered as a valid and legal form of communication. All right, legal form of communication. Okay, digital signatures are given legal validity within the act. Okay, so whatever, that's why it is written sometimes the system generated copies are valid. Okay, it's written whenever you are getting some notices, or you are getting some papers to be downloaded or circular to be downloaded, so it is having its own validity if it is coming by email and it has been downloaded, and if you are taking the printout, the hard copy also is valid. Okay, legally valid, you can say. Okay, so digital signatures are given legal validity, that is also there. Okay, within the act, within the IT Act. All right, so that is the thing. So these provisions are there. Okay, the communication between the companies, or between the company and the government, can be done through internet. Addressing the issue of security is the most important feature of this act. It introduced the construct of digital signatures that verifies the identity of an individual on internet. So if the particular thing is not digitally signed, a particular document has not been digitally signed, then it has no validity, and it can be recognized, it can give a recognition to the person when he or she is doing the digital signature. In case of any harm or loss done to the company by criminals, the act provides a remedy in the form of money to the company. All right, so these provisions are there in IT Act of India. All right, that is the thing. IT law does not constitute a separate area of law, rather it encompasses aspect of contract, intellectual property, privacy and data protection laws also. Intellectual property is an important component of IT law, including copyright, rules of fair use and special rules on copy protection for digital media and circumvention of such schemes. The area of software patents is controversial, okay, and still evolving in Europe and elsewhere. The related topics of software licenses and user license agreements, free software licenses and open source licenses can involve what? The discussion of product liability, okay, professional liability of individual developers, okay, warranties, contract law, trade secrets and intellectual property. In various countries, areas of computing and communication industries are regulated often strictly by governmental bodies. Okay, so this IT Act actually not for India, for each and every country, every country are being looked after by the government strictly. Okay, so the stern measures are there if anyone is violating the IT Act and all. Okay, so that is the thing. So now you see out there, Information Technology Act of India. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so what is there? The offense and penalties also been given. Okay, so these are the provisions in IT law. The Information Technology Act provides a legal recognition to the transaction done via an electronic exchange of data and other electronic means of communications. Okay, or electronic commerce transactions. Some of the sections of under IT Act are given below. 67A, publishing images containing sexual acts. Okay, imprisonment up to 7 years or and with fine up to rupees 1 lakh. Okay, 67B, publishing child porn or predating children online, imprisonment up to 5 years or with a fine up to rupees 10 lakhs or on first conviction imprisonment up to 7 years or with a fine up to rupees, both can be imposed on the second conviction. 67C, failure to maintain records, imprisonment up to 3 years or and with fine. Okay, and 68, okay, failure refusal to comply with orders. Okay, imprisonment up to 3 years or with a fine up to rupees 2 lakh. Okay, and 69, failure disposal to decrypt data, imprisonment up to 7 years and possible fine. Securing number 70, securing access or attempting to secure access to a protected system, imprisonment up to 10 years or with fine. Okay, and misrepresentation, imprisonment up to 3 years or and with a fine up to rupees 1 lakh. Okay, so these are the provisions of the IT Act which has been come into effect from 2000, and these are the provisions over here, and these are the different sections have been mentioned out here. All right, now let us see that is actually the part of this thing. And now the e-waste we are coming up with. Okay, so e-waste, whenever an electronic device covers up its fine working life, okay, because or becomes non-usable the due to technological advancement or becomes non-functional, it is not used anymore and comes under the category of e-waste or electronic waste. As the technology is changing day by day, more and more electronic devices are becoming non-functional and turning into e-waste. Okay, managing such non-functional electronic device is termed as e-waste management. So whenever I am purchasing some electronic goods and all, I have to know the process of disposal of it. Okay, it is not like that it can be thrown anywhere because it can cause the environmental hazard. Okay, the e-waste hazards on environment, what are the things? Acidification of soil, okay, because of the metals present which are not good for the environment. Okay, so lead, chromium, all these things. Okay, acidification of soil, air pollution also may happen, pollution of groundwater, okay, and landfill with the lead, okay, and heavy metals. Okay, so that may cause harm. All right, our human health, lung cancer may cause, DNA damage, asthma, bronchitis, chronic damage to the brain, okay, damage to the heart, liver and spleen, all these things may happen. So there is a direct effect on our health. Okay, so that's why e-waste always to be disposed in a proper manner. And the process of recycling also a very important issue over here. If those things, if you know the proper process of recycling those e-waste, then it will be good for the society and good for the environment also. Okay, e-waste management can be defined as the practical and holistic approach and the founding pillar of cutting down waste from our mother earth. Okay, it is reusing and recycling of e-waste which is no longer in use and can be solved, okay, for some of its components. We are on the verge of a technological breakthrough with the introduction of AI, and we need to dispose of toxic e-waste from our home before we pile up more and more e-waste. All right, we are is dire need of introducing a customer awareness campaign because of the lack of interest and knowledge regarding waste. Suppose a seller is selling a television, he or she has to tell, okay, to that customer that how it can be disposed once it is in non-functional category. Okay, if it is coming to the non-functional category, it is not like that it can be thrown anywhere. Okay, so that is the thing. So the proper people has to be made aware of this one. Okay, so there may be some environmental hazard can cause if we are throwing it in an improper way. Okay, proper disposal of used electronic gadget. E-waste is a growing problem for us in India because in our shops and all they never tell us when they are selling a digital product, okay, to us, okay, a television or an AC or a fridge or like this electronic products, when they are selling they are not telling us how it can be disposed. Okay, so that's why it's a growing problem for us in India. As a 132 crore strong economy, we produce e-waste in large quantities. It's very important to dispose of waste in a pragmatic manner. Okay, clear. Waste or to dispose of e-waste, give back to your electronic companies and drop off points. Okay, so don't throw it. Instead of throwing it, you should give it back to the companies. Visit civic institutions. Okay, visit civic institutions, they are saying. Okay, donating your outdated technology, sell off your outdated technology, give your electronic waste to a certified e-waste recycler. So that is the best process. The number 5 points to be noted. Okay, give your electronic waste to a certified e-waste recycler. So that is the best thing to do. Okay, clear, apart from throwing it anywhere. Okay, so these are the following provisions that are there in order to dispose of the e-waste. All right, and then awareness of health concerns related to the use of technology. Repetitive strain injury, the pain exists even when resting and that the lightest work becomes hard to do. That is the thing. Clear. So when you are using digital products much, these things can cause, okay, this harm can be caused. Okay, carpal tunnel syndrome, this is an illness caused by injuries that occur due to the force on the median nerve found in the wrist. Okay, so when you are typing and all, this can be used much. Okay, its symptoms can occur as tingling in hands and fingers and the feeling of lethargy, sudden pain in wrists and arms, and sometimes even in shoulders, okay, neck and in the body. Okay, computer vision syndrome is also a very dangerous disease. Okay, expert states that the people blink their eyes more frequently while using a computer than they do at other times, and that they face some problems related to this situation. Okay, Radiation also is a can cause hazard. Computer screens produce radiations of various types. There have always been doubts that individuals will have illness such as headaches and inattentiveness. One remedy is there. You can use a glass which can prevent the blue rays that are emitting from the screen. Okay, sleeping disorder and decrease in productivity also may happen, and loss of attention and stress also a very it is also can prevail. Okay, loss of attention and stress, okay, for a long time. Okay, short time memory loss also is an issue on this one when you are using the digital products more. Okay, that is the thing. So it can be a mobile device, it can be a laptop, it can be a desktop or whatsoever. Okay, that is the thing. So now we have come at the end of this one, awareness to health concern, to use the technology, to the usage of technology. So psychological problem is what? Fear of technology. Okay, some people are there, they don't want to use technology. Okay, they think that if we are doing anything wrong, there may be some problem. Computer anxiety, internet addiction, okay, ego surfing, and illness of regularly searching for one's own name on the web and checking what information is available about one's own on the net. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, in pornography, that the word derived from pornography and information describe the state of trying to soothe hunger for information on the net, because some are there, that much addiction is there, they want always the information from the internet. Blog sticking, a desire to spread information online that should not be known by everybody. Okay, so that is the thing. So you will see that whenever some posts are coming to the WhatsApp, some people are there, they are very eager to forward it to some other group members. All right, YouTube, okay, narcissism, okay, so constantly uploading one's own videos in order to introduce and make himself or herself known to others. Okay, that is the thing. And Google stalking, trying to get information about all his or her relatives or acquaintances in the web. Okay, and photo lurking, looking at the photo albums of others on the net. Okay, means they are very much eager to know about the information of others. Okay, and Wikipedialism, so contributing to the internet encyclopedia, that is Wikipedia, sending someone's own writings and revising the present text. Okay, so these are the things that may happen. So that's why the people need to be aware of this health concern related to the usage of technology. So this is the social impacts part 2, module 2. Okay, so we had come to the end. Okay, so and then related terms and all you must learn very nicely and to be studied very nicely, and some of the IT Act that I had explained, okay, before. Okay, so that also to be noted. Okay, so these are the provisions, especially the term here we had learned, that is the cyber bullying and the cyber crime and the cyber act and IT or IT Act, whatever you say. Okay, so these are the terms to be done very nicely, to be learned very nicely. That is the thing. Okay, so till then, okay, I have explained this one, and both the social impacts part 1 and part 2 you study nicely in order to get through. Okay, thank you very much students, stay safe.